Night of the Whisperers, Chapter 2, Beer and Ammo. As I walked into JB's Beer and Ammo, I was struck by the blatancy of the owners. The name wasn't a joke. They had a beer cave, which was a big freezer room full of beer cases, of all different brands, mostly sealed, but he had Lucy's. The shelves were littered with brand names, colorful packaging. One was a flaming bird holding barley, it looks like, in its claws, and the other was a pumpkin-faced purple guy with green eyes and was smiling. I had a giggle when I saw it because a purple face, green eyes didn't inspire confidence with either the taste or the outcome. There were normal IPAs, Pennsylvania area. I'd mention names, but they aren't paying me. I giggled. Again, because it's a long-running joke, they're not paying me, so I don't gotta say their name. The walls were wood grain paneling, and the sound of fluorescent bulbs buzzing made me eerily thirsty. I grabbed my beer and I moved on to leave the cooler into the main room, where there's this big sign saying Ammo Room. Huge yellow red sign with big yellow letters, red background. JB had a huge assortment of ammo that would give Call of Duty shame. He also had guns, lots of guns, all shapes and sizes, 45s, 44s, 357, AK, bunch of rifles. I don't know, I'm not a gun guy. Just know what I see in the video games. The room was like an arcade lit up with fluorescent lights, like the Old West shooting gallery you'd see at Disneyland. He had red, white, and blue guns, all different shades, and he had a 4th of July sale still on since 1998. 2018. I ask, is the sale still on? JB, a large bearded man, approaches me with large brown glasses, looks at me and frowns, his full beard, with a little fluff of gray, says, "Was Washington a reindeer? Hell yes, it's still on. It never ends. May I interest you in a combo for Rombo?" He looks and smiles. The man was a statue until that point. I imagined him making balloon animals at parties on his off time. "Sure, what's in the combo for Rombo?" "Well, I'm glad you asked," JB replied. "Beer, as you already picked out, and a starter kit of Second Amendment rights. 38 caliber pistol, 50 rounds of ammunition, and 10 MREs for just $120.42. Well, what kind of MREs? Chinese cheeseburgers and Uncle Sam's waffles, and Chinese chicken wings Salamone. Well, that sounds great. I get a large American flag prepackaged ammo and food. Heck yeah, man, that sounds great. Well, we make sure that we pack it in the American flag duffel bag, bless your heart. I just get to pick out my 38. You get any color you want. We got red, white, and blue. We got blue ones, pink ones, orange ones. I think we might even have a purple one in the box. Hey, baby, do we got one in the box? No? Okay, she giving me the finger. I guess she wants me to conclude my business with you and shut the fuck up. I pick out the red, white, and blue with the silver star on the handle. I walk out of the section after completing my purchase and walk into the food section where Miss JB had made a whole bunch of heroes up, and I grabbed myself one and a bunch of Red Frog drinks. Love the caffeine, 25% more than coffee, as they say. Turn to the counter, Miss JB, large woman with a lovely smile. She asked me, "Is there anything else I can get you?" With I reply with my standard whip, "Lottery numbers, winning ones would be the rub." "No, thank you," I reply, and this is quite a place you have here, like a bodega from hell in the woods. I laugh, and she doesn't. She gives me an awkward smile, making me feel awkward and dumb. I begin to blush, and she and JB start laughing, and I laugh too. I'm driving down the road now, back towards the hotel, motel, shithole in the woods, but I wouldn't tell them that. And how does Aunt find these places? I put my Rombo combo in the trunk to secure on top of my hidden marijuana supply. I know what he was saying and they would have it, but I like to cover my bases. 3 days earlier, New York City. I take the bus into the city from Lodi, New Jersey. The 163 to New York was my go-to hop. $1.50 got me New York City, and then 2 trains, and then C.J. Banks, my man in the sand. He got the best apple heads in New York. Greenest Chiba around. And did it get you stoked? Why, yes, indeed, it did. Silly as you want it. And not going to some shithole in PA on another promise of Sid from my buddy Anthony. I step off the platform and walk up a flight of stairs to street level. And I walk down to the 170th, and there's my buddy on the corner shaking hands and selling drugs. As the hands passed, I put my 50 in my hand and approach my friend. I see him and say, "Apple heads, please," the code word we've been using for some time now for the deadly weed. And makes everything all right. At least 45 minutes to all day, depending on how much you smoke. We approach, shake hands in our usual way, and walk down the block to the corner where a bodega is situated. And he goes in, buys a beer for himself and one for me, puts my weed in a large parcel in a bag and the beer, and walks out. Gives me my bag and with the beer and the apple heads. Then we joke around for 5 minutes, and I proceed down the street to my bus to New Jersey. I hop on the bus. The bus is empty, unusual. For the time of day, anyway. This ride is normal. Back to Jersey. Uneventful, that is. But when I get home, my answering machine had a really odd message on it from Anthony. "Dude, what the fuck, man? You said you'd be at the hotel, and you're not. What the fuck? Room 105. Yo, dig, buddy? 105. Beep." Why, I ask. And I sit and light up a blunt. Why? I arrive at the hotel, motel, piece of shit in the woods. And I go to my room 420. It's odd. There must be another motel Aunt had expected me to go to, because there was no room 105. End chapter 2.